I recently watched a video made by 32, link in the description of course. We might have been extremely lucky with this virus, and it sounds crude, but I do mean it could have been a lot worse. Some viruses have a death rate of 80% or so, and we were very ill prepared for this one. As you can see, it grew to be a pandemic. So I think a thing like this might be, if it's not useful this time, it might be useful some other time where the virus might be. And it's not going to be if, but when the next viral outbreak occurs, and the next pandemic comes up, we need to be better protected. So this is going to be a 3-part video where I make a 3D print where I can adapt a full face snorkel mask to be connected with a air filter to protect yourself against the virus. Now let's take some measurements. 18.6, 18.6, 44.6. Delete vertices. This is basically what I need, most of it anyway. Fix. I can remove these. Next, delete vertices. Can remove these. And now extrude this part here. Now this should be the shape. So I'm going to snap my cursor here, set the origin here. Snap cursor to origin. Scale -1. Normals. So this is the shape that I'm going to use. There's a rubber piece here that sticks out a bit. A rubber ceiling. Yeah, let's make that 20. 45.6. 5.5 millimeters. 5 millimeters. Duplicate scale 20. Like that. Scale Y 45.6. 5.9. Sure, why not? Extrude. Next, delete faces. I suppose this should be the inside. 5 millimeters from here. Fix. This ought to be it. I put this on the wrong side here. No problem. That's the Y. Scale -1. So this is the basic design of the whole thing. Now I have to solidify. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these and these. However, Control Normals, Inside, Control N, Control F, solidify faces, 3 millimeters or so. Next, delete faces. Snap my cursor here. Scale 0. But I'm not going to print the entire thing just yet. I'm just going to print in parts. I specifically need to know if this part is sealing with the rubber properly. That's one thing. So I'm going to print this. So I'm just going to snap my cursor here, rotate, solidify faces, 3mm is good enough. So that's the first part, and this part should fit over the rest, right? Like that, just to see if they both fit. I've printed these. So let's see. Well, yeah, it's tight, but that's what it's supposed to be. It's a perfect fit. Beautiful. How about this one? This is a bit too much. 1/10 or so. 1/10 of a millimeter wider would be nice. A bit too tight, but yeah. It needs to be closed off at this end though. Fix. Yeah. Something like this ought to be enough. So this is one part of the equation. Now this mouthpiece, that's going to be the real adventure. And let me just put in the side view first. It's going to be this one. So all I need to do is drag it in here. There you go. And now all I need to do is draw it. Well, like that. On to the next picture. Let's just remove this one. This is the side view. This one, or front view, whatever. I guess it's gonna be somewhat like this. I'm gonna just hide this for a sec. And I'm adding a new one. Front or back view. Let's start out with the back view. That seems the easiest. Next. Rotate. Rotate. Almost. So now I have multiple images. I should be able to reconstruct this. With what I know now, I should be able to draw this. I could just bend the side around the front of this top part, and then most of the design is done already. Let's take the top part. These 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Alt E, extrude only vertices, fix, and now I could use the knife projection tool like that. I don't need this anymore. So now it's cut, snap my cursor here, scale 0, snap my cursor here, scale 0, snap my cursor here, scale 0. So now it's bent. So that's the basic shape of it. Now this bulgy top thing, let's see if I can make a
grid fill with this. Extrude scale -1. Control R. Can I grid fill this? Yeah. Turn this on. Smooth. G. G. Fix. F. So this is basically what I came up with, just about. Now I need to make it printable, and well, let's first take some measurements.
Well, let's say 40 millimeters. Yeah, and then from this end to here, yeah, let's say 65.
It's now 24.77. Scale asterisk 40/24.77. And now I have to print some tests to see if these notches will fit. Extrude scale. I'm gonna cut this. Gonna cut this area. Extrude with a boolean intersection, so Control F, intersect boolean. Oh, rotate 180 degrees. This is what I'm going to print to see if it fits.
Yeah, so let's see. I've got this. This fits in quite easily. Like that. It fits in on one side and then the other won't. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to redesign this a bit so that it fits better. But this is already pretty, well, I can't take it off that easily, so it's going well. And now we've got these. So I've got this ring, which is 22 times 3.5. So the diameter of this ring here is 3.5, and the inside diameter is 20. Well, let's just measure this thing. 20 millimeters. Say 20 millimeters diameter is the opening. So, and then there's a flat area where I can put this ring on top of, up to about 24 millimeters or so. And now I have a problem. I didn't clean up. As I always say, clean up. I didn't do that. And now these are, well, I filed down some filament of this thing here, and now it's all covered. I think I'm gonna put this in acetone. Let me get a bin. Some acetone. 2 seconds rule. Here we go. 2 seconds. Just pour in some acetone here to clean them up a bit. Right? Either the tray dissolves, that would be a problem, or the rings dissolve. But if they don't, they can be used with alcohol properly. It's leaky. It's leaking already. Why? Why, Mr. Anderson, do you persist? Oh, that doesn't go well. I think these O-rings will be fine, by the way. So that's great. It's clean again. Now we need some distance here. I would like to see where we have to place this ring. So what I'm going to do, that's 1 millimeter. I'm just going to put it at 0. Now I'm just going to put it here. I don't know if you can see this, but now I can just measure the distance from here to the surface area there. That's 2 millimeters. And on the other side, I'm just going to put the plate here, like that. 4.1 millimeters, say. Now, the center of this circle would be 23 millimeters from here to here. So now I know where this circle is located, how this circle relates to the surface of this print, and then I can design a filter, or the filter that comes on here. Yeah, and that's gonna be in the next video, part 3. I never thought I would make 3 parts, but yeah, that's the way it is, I suppose. It's much more elaborate than I expected. And come to think of it, this should also, well, some of these models have a connector here where you can put on a GoPro, but this is where the snorkel comes out. So this part is above water. That might not always be practical. I would rather put it here somewhere. So I guess I'm also going to make an adaptation for this where you can attach a GoPro here. Yeah, that might be interesting. In this case, thanks for watching. We're gonna continue. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. You'll see me later.